Imagine a plant that is grown in millions of gardens right now, purely for decoration. People admire its fiery red flowers. They watch hummingbirds fight over it. And then, when it produces food, they throw it in the compost pile. They have no idea that they are throwing away a protein source that rivals beef. This isn't just a bean. It is a biological powerhouse that humiliates the common green bean in every metric. While your regular beans give you one harvest and die, this plant is a shapeshifter. It gives you 3 completely different vegetables from the same vine. It feeds you continuously for 6 months, and most impossibly, it does not die in the winter. This is the Scarlet Runner Bean. It is the only bean in your garden that is actually a perennial. It is a secret underground that allows it to come back year after year without you ever buying a seed again. With so many superpowers, it is easy to get complacent, but you need to respect this plant. It is not a docile green bean you can eat raw off the vine. Nature gave it a potent defense mechanism that requires a specific unlocking code. If you skip this step, this superfood can turn against your stomach. But don't worry, it is simple. I will show you the 10-minute protocol that neutralizes the defense and unlocks the creamiest meteor protein you have ever tasted. And I will show you exactly how to find its hidden tubers so you never have to replant it again. Welcome to Reclaimed Nature. Let's analyze the flaw in your current garden. You are likely growing common beans, blue lakes, Kentucky wonders. Taxonomically, these are Phaseolus vulgaris. They have a tragic flaw. They're annuals. You nurture them for months, they give you a brief harvest, and then they wither. Their root systems are weak and temporary. This forces you into a subscription model with nature. To eat again next year, you must pay again next year. You are renting your food security, not owning it. The Scarlet Runner Bean, Phaseolus coccineus, is a completely different beast. It is a biological marathon runner. Why? Because of what lies beneath the soil. If you dig up a common bean, you find stringy, dead roots. But if you dig up a scarlet runner, you find tubers, massive, starchy organs that look like sweet potatoes. This is the secret. When the frost comes, the vine dies, but the life retreats into these tubers. The plant doesn't die, it hibernates. When spring returns, it doesn't need to germinate from a tiny seed. It erupts from the ground, fueled by that massive energy reserve. The Aztecs knew this. They didn't treat it as a disposable annual vegetable. They treated it as a permanent asset. So, if we have a plant with the protein of beef and the lifespan of a tree, why is it categorized as an ornamental in seed catalogs? Why has the modern food industry convinced you it's just a flower? The answer lies in a conflict between nature's timing and industrial convenience. The Scarlet Runner Bean is not a convenience crop. It demands attention. When the pods are young, about 4 to 6 inches long, they are tender, juicy, and snap perfectly. But the bean has a biological clock that ticks much faster than the common green bean. Once the pod matures past a certain point, the plant rapidly deposits a tough, fibrous parchment layer inside the pod walls. This happens in a matter of days. If you pick it too late, the pod becomes chewy and fibrous. Supermarkets hate this. They need beans that can sit on a truck for 3 days and on a shelf for a week without changing texture. They need beans that are foolproof. The Scarlet Runner is not foolproof. It requires a chef's timing. Because the industry cannot control the texture window, they simply refuse to sell it. But there is a darker reason they avoid it: the toxin trap. As the beans inside the pod mature and turn that beautiful purple-black color, they develop high concentrations of lectins. This is a natural defense mechanism to stop pests from eating the seeds. If a consumer were to buy a bag of Scarlet Runner beans and eat them raw in a salad, like they might with snow peas, they would end up in the hospital with severe nausea. The food industry operates on liability. They cannot trust the average consumer to cook their food properly. So instead of educating people, they remove the option entirely. They give you the bland, safe, annual green bean because it is idiot-proof. But by removing the risk, they also removed the reward. They denied you access to one of the most versatile culinary experiences in the garden.
When you decide to bypass the supermarket and grow this yourself, you aren't just getting a bean, you are getting 3 different vegetables in one plant. Stage 1, the snap bean. If you pick the pods when they are young and small before the seeds swell, they are statistically superior to common green beans. They have a rougher, fuzzy texture on the outside that grabs onto sauces and butter perfectly. The flavor is not watery, it is rich, nutty, and distinctly green. It tastes like a vegetable that grew in real soil, not hydroponic foam. Stage 2, the shelling bean. Let the pods grow massive, let them turn purple, then pop them open. Inside, you will find enormous pink and black speckled seeds. These are shelling beans. You cook them fresh like edamame or lima beans. They don't taste like beans, they taste like creamy chestnuts. This is a luxury ingredient that high-end chefs in Europe fight over. Stage 3, the dry bean. Leave the pods on the vine until they rattle. Harvest the dry seeds. These giant magic beans are protein bombs. When soaked and cooked, they double in size. They are meaty enough to replace beef in a stew. And we haven't even talked about the aesthetics. While your neighbor's garden is filled with boring, low-growing bushes, your Scarlet Runner will be a 10-foot-tall wall of fire. The flowers are brilliant scarlet red, blooming in clusters that look like orchids. You are growing a vertical flower garden that just happens to feed you for 6 months straight. It is beautiful, it is delicious, it is perennial. But there is one final puzzle piece. I told you this plant is immortal, that it comes back every spring. But if you live in a place where the ground freezes solid, like Zone 6 or below, the winter will kill the roots if you leave them unprotected. So how do you unlock the immortality mode if you live in the cold? You have to treat it like buried treasure.
If you live in a warm climate, Zone 7 and above, your job is easy. Just cut the dead vines down to the ground in late autumn and cover the soil with a thick layer of mulch, straw, leaves, or wood chips. This blanket protects the underground tubers from the frost. In the spring, they will wake up on their own. But if you live in the north, where the ground freezes like a brick, you have to perform a simple surgical operation. The Dahlia Protocol. Treat your Scarlet Runner Beans exactly like you treat dahlias or cannas. The dig. After the first light frost kills the leaves, cut the vine down. Carefully dig up the root ball. You will be shocked. You won't find tiny roots. You will find a cluster of swollen, starchy tubers that look like sweet potatoes. The storage. Brush off the soil. Do not wash them. Store them in a box of peat moss or sawdust in a cool, dark place like a basement or garage where they won't freeze. The rebirth. When the danger of frost passes in the spring, plant those tubers back in the garden. Because they are fully charged with energy, they will explode out of the ground, giving you a head start of weeks over anyone planting from seed. And finally, let's solve the safety trap. How do you eat the mature Scarlet Runner Beans without getting sick? It is the 10-minute rule. Phytohemagglutinin is destroyed by heat. If you are cooking mature Scarlet Runner Beans, either fresh-shelled or dry, you must boil them vigorously for at least 10 minutes before turning the heat down to a simmer. Never slow cook them from raw. Boil them hard and the toxin vanishes completely, leaving you with nothing but creamy, safe protein. We have been trained to think of a vegetable garden as a temporary project. We buy, we plant, we harvest, we terminate. It is a linear, wasteful process that mimics the industrial economy. The Scarlet Runner Bean offers a different path. It offers a cycle.
By saving the roots, you are carrying the life of your garden forward. You are not starting from zero every year. You are building momentum. Stop buying seeds for weak annual beans that die on you. Plant the bean that wants to live. This is the architect from reclaimed nature. Dig up the roots, save the legacy, and I'll see you in the next harvest.